Today's deck might be the most toxic thing we've put together in a long time, and that's because it's inspired by the game Stop Hitting Yourself. Basically, what we're going to be doing is stealing all of our opponent's creatures at a relentless pace, beating them down with their own win cons, and then sacrificing some of their own creatures as value for ourselves. The build arounds here, of course, Invoke the Winds and Voldaren Mindsinger. Invoke the Winds steals a creature straight up and untaps it, which is great. The Mindsinger comes in at a certain power level depending if you kick it or not, and can steal a creature of smaller power. Now, the Voldaren has a little bit of a weakness that if it gets killed, they get their creature back, so we can't have that. We run a sacrifice package as well with things like the Reckoner's Bargain and Grafted Identity. Reckoner's Bargain sacks things, drawing us some cards, and then the Grafted Identity, you know, it sacrifices their own creature to steal another one of their creatures, which is quite sadistic in my opinion. But today brought out a very toxic side of Swayze. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this one. It was an absolute banger, but if you guys want a full deck breakdown, there will be one at the end of every video, so stick around for that. In the meantime, there's the deck list right below in the links, and if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe, like, all that good stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy today's video. We'll see you at the end. Peace. Before we jump into today's video, we just have to take a quick moment to talk about today's sponsor, Into the AM. If you guys don't know, Into the AM is an apparel company that focuses on expressing what drives you. They have some amazing full art graphic tees, and honestly guys, the artwork on these things is stunning. My favorite t-shirt honestly is the Overflow tee, but they have so many designs to choose from. I'm sure you guys will be able to find a style that suits you, and honestly, if your style's not graphic tees, that's fine too, because they have basic t-shirts in a variety of colors. But t-shirts are not the only thing that they do. They actually have anything from t-shirts to hoodies to hats to even joggers. I had to pick up the joggers myself, and I'm super glad I did, because honestly, these things are incredibly comfortable. And right now is such a great time to check them out, guys, because they are running a t-shirt bundle deal. They've got 3 graphic tees going for just $60 and 3 basic t-shirts going for $49.95, and I'm gonna sweeten that deal even further, because if you use code Swayze or the link in the descriptions right down below, you guys will get an additional 10% off your purchase. That includes those bundle deals, so be sure to use that link down below to make sure you get your 10% off today. With that being said, huge shout out to Into the AM. Thank you for sponsoring today's video, and back to the games, guys. Peace. That's right, guys. Huge shout out to Into the AM for today's video. I do appreciate them so much for sponsoring today's video, man. We've got a really fun list for you today, though. We put together something, a pretty good banger here. This is going to be a Grixis deck that steals the opponent's things, uses them against them as a, you know, attacking system, but also we can use their own creatures as fodder to our own sacrifice mechanics and spells. It's a ton of fun. We've played a couple of games already. This thing is a real it's actually a pretty decent competitor as well. Opening hand here, I get to go first. I have, this isn't great, but a 3rd land drop kind of fixes everything. Man, do I do this? I think I do. All right, wish me luck. This could be a problem. This can end up being a pretty big problem. We'll see. I typically like to do that to myself, though, make myself have some issues and problems for no reason. All right, the opponent attacks him with the Ronin. They're a mono red aggro deck, it looks like. Nice. We do find a 2nd land drop, which saves me, because now the Fable, the Mirror Breaker, comes in, and with that, it can obviously discard and draw, but also create us some treasures. All right, Ronin. You keep on doing that, I'm going to steal you from your opponent's side of the field. Make you my pet. Now, that's actually a card I can't steal because it never sticks around on the battlefield long enough. All right, let's get in there with the Fable. Start creating those treasures. There will definitely be creatures for us to steal, though, which is nice. I don't actually think I need the treasures here anymore, though. So there's a... Oh, actually, it's going to get a 1/1 counter this turn, isn't it? I was going to say we could make a block here, but not this time around. We're going to have to eat the 3. It'll be a 2/2 next time, though. Don't you worry. We'll get them. Let's drop both of these. Look for some more blue mana. Nice. We get some more blue here because we need to make sure we can hit the Invoke the Winds at some point in this game. We attack through, and then we'll play the Circuit Mender. Now the attack through here is to get the Voldaren Mindsinger bigger, because if it can get bigger, it can obviously make for a really good steal here, because the bigger the body, the bigger it can steal. All right, we got a great block now on both the Kumano and the Ronin. Nice. I appreciate you playing out that Facebreaker. It's going to be a great card for me to steal. All right, let's go ahead and play out the Mindsinger here. Or do we just straight up take it? We'll just take it. Yoink! That's mine now. Appreciate it. And we attack in here, which is going to create us another treasure. Another one. Because if it hits their face, the Facebreaker creates another treasure. So they're going to make a block here. We've got the opponent on the defensive here. Mono red player on the defensive. What? Yeah, I don't think you can have that. Sorry. Sorry. Not to mention we have Reflection of Kiki Jiki here. That's going to make copies of the Mender, which is busted. Some more life gain for us here. Let's leave back their own Facebreaker for blocks, though. They are a mono red deck after all. Let's try to respect it a little bit here. All right, let's end the turn. We get to draw another card off of the Circuit Mender. Not to mention we have the ability to draw cards too with the Facebreaker. Facebreaker doesn't draw cards. It actually exiles from the top of the library, and I can play it for that turn. So we gotta use that appropriately. All right, so a Voltage Surge is gonna be able to kill something here. That's a bummer. There goes our Reflection, our life gain engine. Is it to the end of my next turn? No, just that turn we can play it. Okay, so definitely not gonna activate the Facebreaker just yet. And it costs no mana, right? No mana. I mean, we're in a really good spot here, guys. This is it's going pretty well. Nice, we get a land. Love that. Let's get in the Enrica here. Let's draw a card. Two more attackers get through, and we get I mean, let's play Fable, I guess. Yeah, can play the Mender here, but I'll play the Fable. This is an absolute beatdown. Mono red taking an absolute whooping here. Stealing their Facebreaker has been really clutch. All right, another creature for us to steal. All right, let's go ahead and drop the Circuit Mender. I don't need it. Let's get down the Mindsinger here. Auto pay. And yoink. Thank you. Let's transform and attack in. Absolutely brutalized. Absolutely brutalized this poor mono red player. End our turn. There it is. The scoop and the win. I love it. GG's, man. What a good way to start out today's video. This deck is insane, man. Insane. What a solid start to the video, man. I'm telling you guys, if the opponent has creatures, they're in trouble. Because those creatures are going to betray them very quickly. This is good enough. This is good enough. I don't love it, but it is good enough. Mono red again. I know I have Jadar here, but I'm not going to actually get Jadar out on 2. I'd rather prioritize getting the Fable out on 3. Okay. Mono red again it is. Ooh, it's not. It's going to be Gruel. Okay. Some stuff for me to steal. I love it. I do like that. All right, the Amalgam has a good attack here, so I would imagine it would attack. I just wonder if their next creature is going to have haste, if it's like a Stormseeker or something like that. I just want to make sure I can get my 2/2 across here to get the treasure, so I can start using things like Invoke the Winds. No, play with fire, you animal. All right, fair enough. Actually, let's drop you and you. Got to ensure my land drops here. All right, don't love it, but you know what? At least we gained some life here on the Mender coming in. I still look for, still looking for that last land drop to make sure we can hit the Invoke the Winds if we need to. I do have the involuntary employment though. All right, that'll work. At least I get my card. Nice, there it is. Got him. Got him. Is that what I want to do right this second though? I feel like, maybe it is. Maybe we go with the employment and then draw a card. That seems fine. Come on over here. Let's employ you for a second. Appreciate your services. You are now relieved of your duties and you may go home. Clock out if you don't mind. See you later. Thanks for the cards and make disappear. Okay. This deck is so mean. It's so mean it makes me feel mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, makes me want to be mean. Strangle takes out the Fable. That's tough. That is tough, but you know what? It's all good. I'm gonna go with the Henrika here. It sets up for a nice sacrifice. Let's draw a card. Nice. And we'll hold the make disappear if we need to. I think I may actually just let whatever resolve though. Hopefully they resolve 2 creatures. That'd be great. That will resolve 2 creatures, in fact. You're probably wondering why I'm saying resolving 2 creatures. It's because we're going to yoink the first one. And then we're going to each player sacrifices 1. See you later. Yoink. Dude, that is the funnest thing ever. Just yoinking stuff. Ah, the strangle. Bummer. Another Invoke the Winds is fun. I am going to play out the Jadar and the Mender though. 2 very good sacrificial pawns here. Getting me some more card draw maybe if we find a bargain off the top. They're in trouble though. I mean, they're down to their last card. It's a good one though. It's a good card though. Holy. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay. You guys know the drill. Say it with me now. Yoink. All right. Let's get in there. Deal some damage. All right, we have a really good corpse cobble too. We might want to pull the trigger on that next turn. Play with fire, hits me in the face. They can't attack. All right, everyone all together now. Yoink. All right, I think that might be lethal. We shall see. Yep, it sure is. GG's from the opponent here, man. I feel a little bad, but not really. I mean, this thing is so much fun. This is so much fun. It's so messed up, though, what we're doing to people. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. It's been a good time today. It's been a good time. These are the types of decks that really get me going, though, for Magic, man. It's sometimes it's tough to want to record every single day new decks, but when you think of something cool like this, it really revitalizes why you play Magic, man. It is so much fun. Opening hand here is a bit scary. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And Invoke the Winds is our first play of the game, which isn't exactly a cheap spell. And not to mention, all the pain lands that we're going to have to take here. Against mono red, never really a good thing to have a ton of pain lands, but we did draw Make Disappear. And we're going to go ahead and make that disappear because that is a 3/3 that also gives card advantage if we hit it. So let's drop you. All right, this is going to be tough. Hopefully they play something without haste. It's so unlikely, but all right, that wasn't a terrible turn. I can live with that. That was not the worst. All right. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we will actually be able to play the Invoke the Winds, but we'll have to take 4 damage to do it. All right, we have a question to ask ourselves here. Do we want to double block the Kumano to potentially kill it? I would imagine the opponent has a burn spell to blow one of these up, so maybe not. I guess. Let's do it. All right, cool. We'll take that. We take those. All right, there's nothing to steal here, so we might as well play the tap land. That's gonna help us down the road not take too much damage. What is going on with the opponent here, though? Just not playing anything right now. Mono red with 5 mana on the field, not playing anything seems so strange to me. All right. I figured this would happen. And all right, grafted identity is fun. That has haste, unfortunately. No attacks from the opponent, though. That was very strange. All right, let's go and take this bad boy. Auto pay. You don't mind if I borrow you, do you? Awesome. I didn't think so. All right, let's get in there for an attack, and we'll probably play out another Jadar here, which might, you know, draw some fire from like a play with fire or something like that. But very surprised we're doing this well against this mono red player because we had such a slow start. But then again, so did they. So it comes down to who had just a bit of a slower start. Is this really worth stealing? I mean, it doesn't feel like it is. All right, we're gonna put a stop on the combat damage right here so we can bargain away this zombie. You got to put a stop here so it doesn't actually decay away before you can pull this off. Awesome. A couple more really good spells here. And you know what? Nah. I don't feel like taking that much damage to steal a 1/1. It just doesn't feel like very high value. All right. Gotta be like that, huh? Sometimes it be like that. A corpse cobble's pretty fun. All right, my turn. Let's go with another grafted identity, maybe. Yeah. Grafted identity. Yoink. Thank you. You now work for me. Can't attack in with that, so they're gonna have to use it for defense. All right, let me know how it feels to get beat by mono red. I'm sorry, I don't like mono red, so it's nice to have to beat them down with their own deck here. It feels so good. All right, let's see what the opponent top decks here. If it's a burn spell, it needs to kill the okay, perfect. Good game, my friend. Good game. Well played. I mean, they just had an unfortunate start. The same as us, though. We both had pretty slow starts there, but thank goodness we were able to recover. Well, it looks like mono red decks are what the algorithm is feeding us right now, which I guess is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. We're clearly having a pretty good matchup against them. Anything with creatures, really, we're going to have a good matchup with. Couple make disappears into a mind singer is, I hope, good enough. We'll see. We get to go first. That's kind of nice. Definitely playing the district out first. It is a tap land here, so get that out of the way. Have I played this opponent today? I feel like I have. All right, looks like they definitely took a mulligan. How many mulligans, though, is the question. They may be struggling to figure out what card to put back. And they go second. Taking a mulligan and going second is always a pretty bad deal for the player, man. You're so far behind off the rip. They took 2 mulligans. Yikes. And imagine, too, we hit 2 good make disappears here just to tempo them out. What do you know? Look who it is. Look who joined the party. Look who joined the party. Well, these mind singers aren't going to need much of a kicker here to steal things like this. Oh, it's not mono red. Okay. At least we're mixing it up a little bit here. We'll be seeing you. Make disappear is such a good choice for this deck too, because you can sack the opponent's creatures too if you feel like you may end up losing them down the road. Yoink. Thank you. All right, let's see what happens here. They clearly got to have some burn spells here, right? I mean, Play with fire, things like that. Strangle, there's so many of them. These lands are really cool. I don't know why, but I really enjoyed the artwork on these 2 lands that they chose, especially this one. Very nice. It's so crazy when you look at lands like, or these artworks like this. It's like, man, someone actually drew or painted this. That's crazy. Looks like a picture. All right. Everyone, say it with me. Yoink. Oh man, this has got to be so debilitating, especially after taking 2 mulligans. Your opponent just starts stealing your threats. That's wild. This thing though, what does it do exactly? Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, creatures you control get 1/0 and trample. So the whole squad is going to get trample and 1/0s when I start casting things like make disappear. But then again, that's going to be on the opponent's turn, so we're not necessarily going to get a ton of value there. Doubling up the reckless impulse here, I would imagine. Which means they're taking the turn off though. Ooh, lightning strike. Normally that would be pretty bad, but we do have the ability to, you know, yoink. Thank you. Oh man, they say good game. I don't know if it's necessarily good game just yet. They do have another reckless impulse, so they could get themselves out of this mess into another reckless impulse. A lot of card advantage here. And another Phoenix Shake. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. I do feel a little bad. I mean, they had to take a double mulligan. This is like definitely not the opponent's fault by any means. Yoink. I feel so bad. Oh man. 2 life left for the opponent here. They've got to figure out a way to sweep the board here, maybe with some sort of burn down the house effect, but they don't have it. That'll do it. Good game, my friend. Good game. That was just some horrible luck for the opponent and some really great luck for ourselves. So very nice. All right, we'll stop saying yoink now. I'm sure I'm triggering some people out there. I'm sure it's starting to get annoying. Oh man. Oh, I've definitely played this opponent before. I remember the name because it was Sir Richard and they were playing soldiers, and I thought that was pretty ironic. So expect soldiers here, which might actually be really good for us. We like to see some soldiers with this deck, right? Okay, they scry 1. I think this opponent I saw yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, though, so it could be a different deck. We'll see. It's not looking like a different deck. Human Artificer enters, or when it dies, create a Power Stone. All right. All right, all right. Let's see. Not much we can do this turn, right? All right, let's just attack here then. Let's attack here, and then we'll play out the Reef, and then that'll do it. Wow, they're gonna make a block here. I'll take that every day of the week. I guess they want the Power Stone though. That makes sense. They're probably trying to ramp then into some sort of big spell like a, I don't know, what, Portal to Phyrexia? That would be pretty bad. Okay. Or maybe it's just a big artifact sort of build here. We each get a Power Stone. Okay. Okay. So I can't, unfortunately, get any value here because this cannot be kicked to steal this. This can't be played to steal this because then we won't be able to sacrifice it. All right, we've got a little bit of a lull of a turn here. That's unfortunate. The curve out there just did not line up, unfortunately, for us. Next turn, though, we do have a pretty good turn. We have the Unemployment into a Corpse Cobble if we want, or we could even go Voldaren here. We'll see. We'll see. They're looking like a mono white deck though. So as far as kill spells go, there's going to be a lot of exiling effects, I'm sure, that are going to try to take care of the Mind Singer. Mono white has access to quite a few removal spells, so. That's a pretty big creature right there. I like it though. I like it. All right, no blocks. We eat this. We eat it, no problem. And here comes the unemployment. Right? And then we attack. Put a stop here. Okay. And then we create ourselves one massive zombie with menace. You'd love to see it. I'm glad we got Corpse Cobble involved. It was a card I was hoping to showcase today for you guys, and I'm glad we were able to find it. So there we go. That's how that works. We love to play it with the unemployment because the unemployment gives the creature back to the opponent. So it's nice to just steal it there. Another assembler, huh? All right. And a surge engine. That's a defender as of right now. All right, so if I play this for 3, I can only kick it once. I guess we swing with the 6/6 body and see how they react, right? See what they want to do with that. They do block. Okay. So we take out the 4/5. All right, and we do run blue, so this engine might actually be very good for us here. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be a really good card for us because we can pump it up and turn it into a non-blocking creature. Let's go. Let's go. We'll take it. Surge engine. I am afraid of some things that they may have here. Portal to yeah, the Phyrexian portal might be pretty bad. That's fine. I can steal that, right? I mean, we need to find at least one more on-tap land though, right? It's gonna be a bit tricky. I can't lie, it's gonna be a bit tricky. Do they give flying here to try to deal some damage? Because that would be a little crazy. Make disappear. That's a card. All right, let's just go ahead and make this unblockable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that leaves us with the Corpse Cobble available, so that's not bad. Here's the thing. I almost am certain they will take the opportunity here to block the Mind Singer, right? And when they do, we can Corpse Cobble away the engine. So if they block there, the 2/4 will block the 2/2. So I guess just leave it back. All right, just trying to do the math in my head here on how they may anticipate blocking here. All right, so we take out the Steel Seraph. They can't block that. So that means we go with this. And we take this and this. All right. We kill the Steel Seraph. We're left with a 5/5 with Menace and another zombie. I would have loved, obviously, for that 3 damage to get through, but unfortunately, that wasn't in the cards for us. Because if we allowed them to make that block, they immediately get back the engine in response. So they have a Miniature's Foundry on the field now. Has Summoning Sickness at the moment, but something we got to keep an eye on. All right. Oh, we don't have any green. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's fine. I guess we steal. The 2/4. Send in the 5/5. They can block the 2/2 all day, so there's no point in swinging through that. And we look to maybe make a counter, and we're good to go. We gotta be worried about the blast zone. That's fine. That's fine. I don't love it though, because that actually will allow them to make a block on the Menace zombie. Blast zone. They're looking to try to get it up to a 3, I would imagine. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. I'll take it. I'll take it. And we do swing here with the 5/5. We'll take out The assembler, obviously the assembler though, ooh, I didn't even actually think about that. The assembler can pump itself up. Ooh, that was a mistake. I made a pretty big mistake here. So we're actually gonna have to take out the courier because of the ability of the opponent having the ability to pump this up. Wow, we made a big mistake there, didn't we? Completely forgot about its ability. I just played that card 2 days ago too. Just played this card 2 days ago. Already forgot about its abilities. That's all right. Next turn, again, we have a make disappear, and then hopefully we can go wide enough to just close this game out. We'll see. The good news is if they go with the blast zone for 3, they can they're gonna end up killing their own creature here, the 2/4 as well. So I think that's fine. Man, this assembler in front of us is annoying. I'm gonna need to find a I'm gonna need to find something to steal that with. All right, that'll have to do. Take care of that. No, thank you. It's a tough match, man. Tough match. I made a little bit of an error there with the attack that I made earlier. We could be in a pretty good spot right now, but instead I screwed that up. Such a bummer on my end. All right, the opponent can attack into pretty freely because they can have the ability to block again with vigilance. All right. Give me something good. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right. If we find and invoke the winds, we'd be all right. Shoot, even another Voldaren Mind Singer, but there's almost no shot we get another one of those. Man, we're in a bit of a bind here. We're in a bit of a bind. There's a lot of things that save us though. There really are. Invoke the Wind saves us. Henrika saves us. Voldaren saves us. That also saves us. Bargain can get us there. Oh, Grafted Identity saves us. There's so many options, man. Yeah. There's so many options. We should be fine. They go for the card draw. Smart. Smart. We get another Power Stone. We don't necessarily love that. They don't want to attack enemy because they don't want to give me the draw with the Mender, I would imagine, but they're gonna have to. So Mender gets us some value here. Come on, draw me something good. Draw me something good, please. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. All right, let's go. Give it to me. Yoink. Sorry, I had to say it one more time. This was a good one. Yoink. Yep, it's mine now. You're not seeing things. It's mine now. All right, this can use any mana too to pump it. Okay, cool. No attacks. Let's just say go. And we'll try to win next game or next turn. It's gonna be hard to win next turn. Obviously, it doesn't have trample, so we're gonna have to get through a couple of blockers here. But the opponent down to 1 card. I love that. What does it say? Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them. Put it into your hand. That's very bad for us. Okay, tough. This thing gives flying, so they can keep the beatdown going if they want to. But we'll see what they decide to do. I can't imagine they'd want to fly over the top for 2 damage here. It doesn't make too much sense, to be honest. Make disappear. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but let's do one of these. Come on, Grafted Identity would be so busted. Not a Grafted Identity, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do for now. All right, we swing through here. 5, 6, 7. So I can pump this up to avoid dying to any double blocks here. And then we'll just pressure them, honestly. Let's just send through all the attackers here. Let's get some pressure going. We're wide enough that we can start dealing some damage to the opponent here, so we might as well take advantage of that. Because they have to block the 6, 7. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Or not, or they just don't respect it at all. That's cool too. All right. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair because, you know, they're going to lethal anyways, either way. They've got so much mana though. I'm very, very scared of the fact that they might play the Portal to Phyrexia. All right, they're going for another artifact card here, which puts them though only at 8 mana on board. And it's another Seraph. So they could give Vigilance on this one and Lifelink and go over the top. That's pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty annoying. Maybe I should have countered that and sacked my 2/2. Yeah, that's a mistake. I should have countered that and sacked the 2/2 there. That's fine. We still have yeah, that was a big mistake on my part. Why did I not think of that? We do have the Fabled Mirror Breaker though, which is going to allow us to cycle away 2 cards here, which I planned on throwing both of these away, so we can go find a Grafted Identity or something like that, and then we'll just win the game with their Seraph. Let's go ahead and pump this before we forget. Two Jadars, huh? We can do much better than this game. Come on. There it is. All right, perfect. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. All right, let's give some lifelink to our friend here. Well, actually, yeah, let's give lifelink. Just trying to think heavily about that, but there's really not much to think about. Lifelink is definitely the move, right? Send it on through. Now they make a block, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to attack with the 2/2. Plus, I may need the 2/2 again to sacrifice for a casualty here. Yeah, I can't believe I still let that one Seraph get through that last turn. This game would have been nice and over by now, but I made a pretty big error. Gonna have to recover from that. I do apologize. No need to leave me the comments letting me know how bad of a player I am. I'm well aware. All right. So they block with the 2/2 here. Fair enough. Takes care of Mishra's Foundry though. I mean, that would have been a annoying card to have to deal with all the time. So how much total mana do they have? They have the 9 plus the 4 up top here. They go for another artifact card. This has been driving me nuts. All right, it's another one of those. I guess that's fine, but these have reach, which is what's the real problem here. Oh yeah, they have so much mana to work with. That's fine. It does resolve. Karn Living Legacy. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, we can cycle this away. I'm not going to do it now, though. Well, actually, we do have enough mana. Okay, never mind. We have enough mana here. All right, Steel Seraph. Is it going to get Vigilance? What's they trying to do here? Lifelink. It's not going to be able to attack, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. That seems odd. I think maybe they just want to make a straight up trade here. Do we take the trade? I don't think so. I think we let them have it. I think we let them have it. Man, we could have already won this game. I'm so annoyed with myself right now. Such a dumb. All right. Auto pay that. Take the treasure. That's fine. Just need a steel card. It's not a steel card, but it's fine. Let's go with... What do we do here? That's a good card. I mean, bouncing something here is going to be very clutch, but what do we do? Do we bounce one of these now and then we go for the attack, or do we... Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think we bounce this. give this lifelink again. You go 6, 8. Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to block those, so these two get through pretty easily. We get the treasure. All right, let's see how they block here. They take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very, very close, man. Very close. All right, that decays. This game is pretty much over. I mean, there's nothing they can really do here. I just can't believe how long it took me to get to the point of winning this one. I definitely think we could have done this a lot smoother. Artifact creature control, get 2/2. Create a copy that's a target creature control. Okay, that's fine. We don't care about that. We got to be careful though. We are at 15. Create a copy of this. Okay. Are they gonna -5/5 on the Seraph? Gosh, this is so frustrating and annoying. All right, Seraph dies. That's fine. And they got 3, 4, 5, 6 mana left over. All right, so we could do this. Well, does it matter? Yeah, it doesn't. It does. It does. Casualty 1. Sack this. All right, that'll stop them from getting any more card advantage down the road too. All right. All right, they're in a tough spot here too because we do have the reflection of Kiki Jiki, which gives us another copy of the assembler, and that'll do it. Wow. That took way too long. I feel really bad that I could have won that a few turns prior if I would have hit the make disappear when I should have. Just wasn't paying attention, but very fun games, man. Let's break this thing down. And that will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to break the deck down, talk about it a little bit more in depth. Before I do that though, I want to say a huge shout out to everyone, of course, who made it this far into the video. It means the absolute world to me because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and the watch time stuff, yada yada. You guys know the drill. I appreciate you very much for that support. Thanks for sticking with me, man. Let's take a look at today's deck, man. It was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun. This thing was sweet. I've always really enjoyed playing these types of decks where you get to steal your opponent's creatures and use them against them. Back when Thassa was a thing, Grixis steal your stuff was kind of one of my main go-tos and builds. So today was a lot of fun, and I was really surprised at how well this thing actually performed. My percentages on this thing are actually pretty darn good, which is surprising, but I guess not very surprising because it's a lot of aggro and now kind of shifting more towards a mid-rangey life gain type of a field. So it works really nicely with the current meta. But basically the idea is simple. We use really powerful cards like Invoke the Winds, stealing the opponent's things. And from there, I kind of just searched up every single possible way we can steal an opponent's creature from the battlefield. And there were some unique problems we ran into, like Voldaren Mindsinger being the next best thing. And so I was like, okay, well, let's put together a teamer deck, right? But the teamer deck didn't quite line up for me because the teamer colors don't offer any sacrifice. And I felt like if we were going to do this and have a Mindsinger, the Mindsinger is a pretty easy target to just hit with something, kill it, be done with it, and get their creature back. So I didn't want to lose that value by not being able to sacrifice our opponent's things. So I wanted to add the color black in here so we can sack the opponent's things and get more value out of those creatures instead of just straight up losing them back to the opponent. So from there, I knew I had to have, some treasure action because Mindsinger has a kicker of green. So I didn't want to lose the value on that. So we threw in, obviously, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's just a really good red card, but also can copy things when it comes into its reflection side, which is really, really good. And then also Grafted Identity was another one that I knew I had to play today because A, it offers that sacrifice mechanic, and B, also steals things. So that was fantastic. And then I splashed in a couple of involuntary employments too, because again, steals the opponent's things, gives haste, but again, it gives the opponent their creature right back. But why I chose this card, because there's a lot of red cards before 4 mana that can steal a creature and give haste, but they all add a different benefit on the end of them. This one creates a treasure, which again helps the Voldaren, but also that one treasure could be enough for us to use as the the extra mana that we may need to sacrifice the creature on the end step. Now, another creature I threw in here is Henrika. Again, it just offers a sacrifice mechanic to it, which means we could potentially steal the opponent's creature, right, with the Voldaren, follow up that turn with Henrika, sacrifice a creature, making their opponent sacrifice a creature, and we sacrifice the creature we stole. So it's a 2-for-1 special, which is amazing. And then from there, I didn't have that's not enough, right? We're not always going to be stealing the opponent's creatures, right? So we have to have some things that we can also get some value out of sacrificing as well. So we got Circuit Mender and Jadar as my choices here. They're just really nice to get down onto the battlefield to access those sacrifice mechanics. Like Henrika, if we need it, we can go ahead and sacrifice one of these two for some value, because this creates the zombie we don't need, and this gets us a card. And then also we have things like the Bargain, which can draw us some cards. So having, you know, the little 2/2 zombie always, or Circuit Mender is a great source of card advantage when you have things like the Bargain in your hand, if you can't, you know, currently hit your opponent for anything. And then this Make Disappear actually works extremely well in this deck, because again, Casualty acts as a sacrifice mechanic. You get more value out of this card because of the Casualty. You can play it early game for its only 2 costs, but in the late game, it's going to be tough to, you know, resolve this with actually getting value out of it. So Casualty will help you get there, and being able to sacrifice your opponent's things that you've stolen is really fun. And then lastly, Corpse Cobble, man. I absolutely love this card. Instant speed, only 2 mana. It can create zombies that are absolutely massive, and we can get a ton of value, because let's say we have a Jadar on the field with a zombie already on the field. We steal the opponent's creature. They try to steal their creature back somehow by either killing Voldaren, whatever it may be. That's actually the ultimate combo, right? You get a Voldaren down. It's got 4/4, whatever it may be, 4/4 or even a 6/6, and you get it down onto the battlefield. You steal your opponent's creature. They try to kill Voldaren Mindsinger, trying to get their creature back. You Corpse Cobble away the Mindsinger, the opponent's creature, and the extra 2/2 zombie decay token, because you're going to get another one, creating just an absolute zombie menace beast. And you can win the game with this thing, and the opponent can be pretty salty about it. But yeah. That is the full deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I did. This one was an absolute blast. And again, honestly, just my toxicity definitely came out today. So I apologize for that, but I had a lot of fun, and that's all that really matters. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Before I get out of here, just a couple of things, man. First, want to shout out the Marty Mob as always for, you know, always supporting this channel and you know, helping me grow. And I appreciate your guys' monthly memberships here on the channel. It means the absolute world to me, guys. So huge shout out to you guys for that. Thank you for being part of the membership program. And lastly, if you guys could, and you're still sticking around here, if you guys could check out Into the AM, today's sponsor, you know, the Overflow t-shirt here, be sure to check out that link right down below for the Into the AM. They are today's sponsor. They're helping support the channel with the sponsorship, and every time you guys click the link, visit their website, you know, shop there, it helps out the channel as well. So I would appreciate that a ton if that's something you want to do. But yeah, thanks so much for everything, guys. And that will conclude today's video. We'll see you guys either here tonight for a live stream or back here again tomorrow for another one. Until next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't